Rick also wanted to know who I would pick to be my zombie survival partner in the apocalypse off of Tumblr. So there's actually probably a lot of you, probably anyone who I've talked to out of character. I would probably welcome along to help me survive, because Lord knows that I would need some help. First of all, I'd probably have to ask you something, which is like the hardest username to pronounce ever. But anyway, my Shane that I'm friends with out of character, and I was friends with her before she started RPing. She's pretty much a badass, and we've actually talked a little bit about like what we would do in case of zombies, and I know that she would like totally be a Shane, and I would totally be like a Lori, and she would just have to like protect my ass and like save my life. And so we already established that she would have to come with me. I'd probably also have to bring along Daryl's biker chick in a fight for survival, just because they're both mothers, and Lord knows that mothers get shit done and they can handle a lot. So, you know, power to the moms out there, and any other moms out there who I don't know that you're moms that I've talked to, you're definitely invited to come along as well. I'm trying to think of everyone else. Rick, I am the sheriff, of course, who sent the most questions of anybody, and so they're awesome. Also Sweet Cherokee Rose, because she's probably the sweetest person on Tumblr I've ever met. And I'm sure that there are like a ton of others that I'm forgetting, and I'm sorry for being a bitch and not mentioning you. It's not intentional, but you're all welcome to come and help me survive, because I would probably need it. And this question kind of leads into some of the last questions that I got. We're in the home stretch, you guys. So just relax, because we're almost done. Rick asked me how I think I would do in a zombie apocalypse and what my plan would be. I think I know how to shoot guns. We have a lot of guns in the house. I also know how to shoot a bow and arrow, so that's a plus, right? And so I think that'd be okay. The only problem is out that way for about 20 miles is pure desert. And even right now in the fall and like winter time, it's about 80 or 90 degrees outside, and in the summer it gets to be 120. So if I really had to survive outside or get somewhere quickly, there would definitely be a problem, because I would dehydrate and die after probably half a day, and there's like nowhere to hide out there. But the good news is that in the opposite direction is an Air Force base. I'm sure you guys have heard the jets flying over all throughout the video. They're all the time. There's no way to turn them off. But we probably just go there and hold up for as long as possible. For some reason in The Walking Dead, like all of the military people don't know what they're doing somehow, and like none of them survive, and like all the bases are overrun. But I'm hoping that in real life it wouldn't be that way, and maybe military people would have a little bit more sense, and we would be a lot safer there on the base. So that's my hope, at least. I guess we'll finish with some personal questions. Rick also wanted to know the top 3 fandoms that I'm a part of, and I'm really only active in The Walking Dead. Like, it's really the only one where I roleplay or I write fic, or like I do a lot of like reblogging on my personal. But I'm also a fan of Breaking Bad and Mad Men and Game of Thrones. The fandoms that I was really active in before I found Walking Dead was the X-Files and Star Wars. So I've written fic and for both of those, but this is the first time that I've ever roleplayed. But yeah, so if you're a fan of any of those things, especially X-Files or Star Wars, hit me up and we can definitely talk about it, because I know my stuff for those. An anonymous question that I got was where my favorite place to eat was. And there's like a bar or a restaurant downtown here where they have 100 different kegs every day. So like if you go there at any given time, they have at least 100 different kegs that are tapped, and they have like a big whiteboard with all of the different names of the craft beers and like the microbrews and stuff. And they write them on there, and then once that keg is done, they take it away and they bring out a completely different one, and they erase the name and they put a new one up there. So every time you go, it's completely different. a lot of the beers and like ciders and things like that and ales there, it might be like the only keg in Arizona that they like special ordered, and it's always different. So that's, I guess, to answer your question, that's where I like to go and drink, and they have good food that I eat there sometimes too. So hopefully that answers your question. And the last questions are going to be Rick, and he wanted to know how I was and how my husband is doing, which is really nice. My husband is good. He's at work right now. Tomorrow he's going to go to Las Vegas with his friends for Veterans Day weekend, so they're going to have kind of like a hangover type of guy trip, so that'll be fun for him. And I am good too. I'm really tired from election stuff. We've been doing election stuff at work for the last 2 days, and so I finally got to stay off, which is really nice. I'm really done worrying about Florida and talking to stupid people on both sides and having to stay up late for results and running around, so that's really nice to rest today. And I have kind of a short day tomorrow, and then I don't have that much to do over the weekend, so I'm definitely enjoying my day off. Thank you for asking. But yeah, and thank you for watching this really painfully awkward video. I hope I didn't scare any of you away. Send me an ask. I like to talk to people. Tell me how you're doing. I'm probably going to put my Skype name on my blog somewhere, because asks are really dumb and sometimes they don't go through, and people might be able to reach me a little bit better that way, so feel better to add me on Skype and we can chat and all that good stuff. But anyway, thank you guys so much for following me and taking a chance with Lori. I realize that for a lot of people it really is like taking a chance because they don't really like the character. But I really appreciate people who stick it out and try to keep an open mind, and have welcomed me into the roleplay community. I was really worried when I started that a lot of people wouldn't like Lori, or wouldn't like my Lori, because they didn't really give Lori and the show a chance, and I was actually pleasantly surprised that wasn't really the case. There was maybe only like 1 or 2 people who flat out told me that like they didn't like want to roleplay because they hated Lori, or they didn't want me there because they hated Lori. And some of those people have gotten over it. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity, and I'm really grateful that I get to meet cool people like you all and write a little bit, and it's been really fun. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys later.